Blessings to you. Welcome to Artist Impact. I'm your host, Jere B. This show is all about great music of every genre. We highlight, feature, and critique singers, bands, musicians, poets, and rappers from our local region and from all over the world. Most you may have never heard of before, but we bring them right to your door to encourage them and to see how we can impact their career. Now, helping me to do this is our Impact Panel, or as I like to call them, our Panel of Love. These are all entertainment professionals, and what they're going to do is review and critique the two artists who are actually coming back for the second time. We're presenting them in an encore episode of Artist Impact, and they're going to see if in some way, somehow, they can make an impact on their career. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. But let's introduce the panel for today. My friends from Hotlanta, I'm telling you, move over, Jay-Z, move over, Bay. This is Dennis Johnson and Reagan Whiteside. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man. All is well. Happy to be here. How you doing today, Jerry?
I'm doing absolutely excellent. This is like maybe your second or third time. Dennis, I know this is third time's a charm here. So thank you for joining us. And I got to go over to Texas, the great state of Texas. This is Danny Jones from Danny Jones Production, who has worked with just about everybody. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Danny, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great, Jerry. Good to see you. Glad to be here.
And I'm glad you are here, brother. Let me say this. I meant that wholeheartedly. They can sue me if they want, but you guys are the power couple. Okay, I don't know if you know that, but in my book, you have had more top 10 hits kicking Billboard. Billboard, you know what? They just might as well put your face on it, Reagan, all the time. I mean, it's like that. But here's a question that I don't think I've ever asked you before, and you guys can tell me as much as you want about this or not. But Dennis, what is the most thrilling thing about working with your wife? And Reagan, what is the most challenging thing about working with your husband? Go.
Well, can't tell you everything, but well, the most thrilling thing for me, we're both December babies, we're both Sagittarians, and we just have this connection, you know, obviously love, but musically, and it just kind of intertwines, and we finish each other's sentences, not just with, you know, everyday life, but with music as well. So it's that Sagittarian connection. I really believe in that stuff. It's very real.
That is excellent. So Reagan, most challenging thing. I mean, I've talked to Dennis. He could be a little challenging.
I would say the fact that we're both Sagittarians and we both want to be right. And when we're in the studio and he's saying, no, you can't play that note over that chord. And I said, well, that note is in that. We will take a half an hour and like fine tooth comb through every single note and then argue about it for another 15 minutes. You know, and
that's what makes a happy marriage.
We need a third party to settle this one, and so then it's the next day. So, yeah, that's probably the only real challenge.
That is absolutely fantastic. Well, again, I'm so glad that you were able to come onto the show. We have some hot artists that I definitely want you to take a look at. So, thanks for being here with us. And Danny, man, I tell you, you're my new best friend, brother. I was blessed to be down there with you in Katy, Texas, at your wonderful facility. But you have worked with just about everybody, including the amazing late, great Alan Toussaint. Can you tell us, with the myriad of artists that you've worked with, and if I started naming here, we would be here all night, but what do you think has been the most rewarding memory of your career? And I know it's long, but you got to pick one, bro.
Okay, put me on the spot. You know, there's actually been quite a few. Okay, you know, the first time that I recorded a singer and just literally goosebumps, you know, that was probably Patti LaBelle. And at the same time, a very challenging person to record. Not because she was challenging, but anybody that's familiar with her singing, it's not. I mean, she can do acrobatics, with her voice, and as an engineer, capturing all of that, and you're working with a major artist, you want to be absolutely top of your game, and and you do something and it comes off, and then she listens and Alan listens, and they go, "Wow, that's great." I mean, I didn't mess it up, you know what I'm saying, but. I mean, that's just one of many. But when you work with great artists and you get these wonderful performances, you kind of go like, "Wow, this is kind of why I do this for these moments."
Well, let me just say this, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Ramsey Lewis, Gerald Albright, Bobby Blue Bland. It just goes on and on. You got to go to Danny Jones Productions, man. I'm so happy that you could be here with us tonight. I definitely want to hear what you think about these artists, man. Thank you so much, Danny.
Thanks, Jerry.
And Sandra, this is your second time. This is the encore presentation because of you and your brand new cool video that we're delighted to feature here on Artist Impact. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, first of all, thank you for bringing me back to the show. I am so excited. And about It Will Be Alright. It Will Be Alright. It's a heartfelt piece from me to you all. It's a song that tells me about how God has been so good and how He has brought me out of situations that I trust and believe in for. And I'm thankful that it's a song that has blessed me so richly. And I'm thankful that the song is blessing people also.
Well, it is a fantastic tune, and I'm grateful that you did make it for us. You made it specifically for us so that we could play it here. Yeah. Do you mind if I play it right now?
Yes.
Wake up in the morning, say a prayer, speak you out to myself, inspiring your word. I'll praise the Jah Jehovah, you're my refuge. We got such assurance, I'm not defeated. I can say God is on my side, I got faith. This is my testimony. I got victory. It'll be alright. I have God, Jehovah Jireh. I got. It'll be alright. I have God, Jehovah Jireh. I got. I come into your place with joy and gladness.
And that was Sandra Lamb. I'm telling you, she brings it every time. So grateful that she's back. But listen, Dennis, it's not what I think. What do you think, brother?
Hated it. Kidding. No, I definitely dug it. Got the message. Loved it. Sure.
That's fantastic. Would you ask your wife what she thought while you're sitting there next to her?
So, what did you think while you're sitting here?
I liked it. I have been getting into more of the African rhythms, and so this was really up my alley. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Danny, what do you think? Sandra Lamb here.
I absolutely loved it. I mean, I really did. It was great.
Fantastic. Now let's just go in just a little deeper. Sandra, no reason to be intimidated. They are the power couple, but they're going to give you the straight up truth. Dennis, why don't we start with you, brother?
Just from a production songwriting point of view, I like where the song, it felt really good where it was. It felt like, I guess it could have used maybe a bridge or something just to kind of just change it up for a few bars before it goes back. I mean, you have a very strong chorus on it. Like I said, the message was there. I just felt like it needed a change. But you know what, though? Take that with a grain of salt, because that's just personal preference. I mean, it can fly as is, but just from my songwriting production point of view, I could have, maybe heard a bridge in there or something just to take me somewhere else before coming back, bringing it home.
Very cool. Reagan, you want to step in there?
Yeah. So I thought that the hook was very strong. So strong that I didn't even notice there was no bridge until you said it. And I was like, oh, yeah. But it's a very strong hook. Your performance was really solid on it. I would definitely like to hear it lift more towards the end. The video was great. Watching the video, listening to the song, it was really on point, and it kept my interest. But without the video, I'm not sure if the song would keep growing and building, without the visuals. So I guess, I don't know, maybe a little bit more production on it to raise the energy towards the end.
Very, very cool, man. I really appreciate your opinions on that. Very good stuff. Very good. Brother Danny from Texas. Brother, what do you think, man? Sandra Lamb.
Well, I smiled, during the whole performance. I hadn't really thought as much about it being separate from the video as it all together. I've spent a lot of times, in addition to all of this other stuff, I was a band leader at a church in Houston for 10 years. And so we did a lot of praise and worship music. I actually had a lot of Nigerians in our church. And I was putting myself in that atmosphere, as I was listening to it. And I just, I thought it was good. I love the message. As hearing the other comments, it's like, okay, well, there's certainly merit to that. What I envisioned in that, just looking at the video as it built, and this may be kind of in line with what they were saying earlier, that the whole thing needed to kind of build. I figured why you didn't do it, but all of a sudden I could see, 1,000 people in the background, singing that. But I love the message, that you had in it. So again, I just thumbs up.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Well, Sandra, you've heard what the panelists have had to say. Do you have any questions or any feedback of your own you would like to present?
Well, first of all, I'm grateful for the gift of singing and songwriting. And I'm thankful that I've been able to bless people with the song that God has given me. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, don't go anywhere, Sandra. We have to go from Los Angeles to where you are to just around Paris, France, there or abouts, to see our friend Diesel Trampoline. This is your second time back on. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you, Jere B. Yes, I'm very, very happy to be back. Yes, everything is going well. I hope you're well too.
I am well. What's the weather like in Paris, France? I'm here in Ohio. What are you guys doing over there?
We're on the suburbs of Paris, and it's been pretty rainy today, but it's about 18 or 19 now. I think that's about 60, 65 degrees. So yeah, quite warm, yeah.
Very, very cool. Well, man, look, you have some interesting videos all the time. You want to tell me just a tiny bit about this song? Because I can't wait to play it.
Yes, so it's a song I wrote. I was actually in Australia. It was quite a few years ago, and it's a song about. From time to time I get quite frustrated with global affairs, and I basically remind myself that love always trumps hate. And I wrote it about my special love, who's been my rock. Come rain or shine, she's always there for me. And yes, my second name begins with E as well, shall we say? And yes, she's it's what better way to send the message to be able to put that into a song and a melody. Yeah.
Well, can we play it for our audience?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't need to sing about the problems of this world. Just concentrate your mind on me. And tomorrow we'll pray for society's diseases, but tonight save your energies for me. Oh, and I don't need to fly. I don't need to cry when you are here, because you're mine. You are my butterfly, my baby dancing high, my ecstasy. And tomorrow we'll pray for society's diseases, but tonight save your energies for me. Oh, and I don't need to fly, I don't need to cry when you are here. You're mine, you are my butterfly, my baby dancing high, my ecstasy. And I think I know where your mind is beating, and I think we both know where my mind has been. And I don't need to fly, I don't need to cry when you are here, because you're mine. You are my butterfly, my baby dancing high, my ecstasy.
Well, that's Diesel Trampoline, Paris, France, Miss E. Interesting song. Dennis, what do you think, bro?
Definitely interesting song. It reminded me of something, but in a cool way, and I'll get back to you on it.
Very cool.
Yes.
What do you think, Reagan?
Yes, definitely like the song.
Very cool. Danny, what do you got to say over there, bro?
Yep, I like it. I got some things to say, but first off, I like it. Good job.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, Dennis, why don't you pick up your shovel, man, and go right in?
Okay. Right out of the gate, it's a cool song. It's a different song. It's an interesting song. Your vocal sound right away it put me in the mindset of the Buggles. Video killed the radio star. The effect that you had on a high pass filter, whatever you put on your vocal in, to get it to sound like that. So it's like, oh, throwback. Okay, so number two, I'm trying to teach myself guitar. I'm a terrible guitar player, but I'm trying to teach myself. I bought a guitar a year ago. Like, my fingers are killing me. But I recognize your chord progression, D, C add 9, G. I'm like, man, that's one of the first ones I'm still struggling with it. But so I kind of chuckled to myself, and I picked up my guitar and started jamming along with it a little bit. I'm a guitar player, I'm a keyboard player, drummer. Outside of that, the only thing I really heard as far as production-wise, I thought the mix was a little bit low. I'm not sure. It didn't sound like you really had it mastered or anything. It sounded really low, like level of the thing.
Yeah.
You have this song mastered?
I do, yeah. There is a master version of it, but I've remixed it with that bass line, and I'm thinking of doing it again. So I'm amateur studio engineer at the moment, but yeah.
Got you. Yeah. You might want to put the mastered version up there because I really had to crank up my volume a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
But
A bit of limiting, yeah.
It was just cool. Just an interesting, different kind of song. But
okay. Thank you very much.
Well, slide the shovel to your wife and let's hear what she has to say.
Yeah, when I first heard your singing voice, I was surprised. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. And and it's very unique, and it made me want to listen more. It's like, what's happening here? Wow, made me go and listen to more of your tunes as well. And so that is definitely going to be your hook, your strong, the thing that you really want to put out there is the uniqueness of the sound and the tone of your singing voice. The production stuff, I think it could use a little polish, but not getting rid of the rawness, but it could definitely use some polish to kind of tighten it up a little bit.
Right.
But overall, it was pretty cool.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Excellent. And Mr. Jones, sir, they had the shovel. You have to have a garden pick or something, man, to get in there.
It was interesting, like the comments about it was sort of a surprise as far as like the vocal sound. I thought the bass was pretty cool in it, the effect that it had on the whole song. I will say this though, I had trouble understanding the lyrics, and if that had been a lyric video, I think I would have navigated through it a little easier, to understand what you were saying, because I didn't understand the relevance of some of the pictures in the video, but I think I wasn't hearing all the lyrics. And also, a thought was, as cool as the vocal sound was, there could be a contrast where you don't have that throughout the entire song. Have maybe a section of it that was more your natural voice, so that there's contrast, between the two. But a lot of energy you got going there. That's a good thing.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, maybe I can just make a comment on your query about the lyrics. I just wanted to say that the images for I'm sorry. Can I cut Jere B? Okay. I just wanted to say that it's actually on fret 2. So I had put a capo back in the time when I did it. So it is a little bit high for my natural range. So definitely next time I'll put some lyrics on the video, so it's a little bit.
Very cool. Well, you've heard these are what all of the panelists have had to say, and you've made your comment concerning the lyrics, but do you have anything that you want to provide as feedback to the three of them or ask any questions of your own?
I do work, just a step back, sorry, I do work with a vocalist, a teacher, and she does help us. So I am improving my voice. I guess the question is whether or not I pursue a rock and roll professional singer, or do I pursue, I keep going solo. I guess, yeah, that would be the question. It's a little bit.
I guess anyone can jump in on an answer for that. What do you think? Let's go with Reagan. What do you think?
Why limit yourself? Just do it all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You do it. You know.
You know. Let me comment on that. I agree with that. When you have something, because everyone here has commented on the uniqueness of what you have. Take that seriously, but make sure that you're developing it. When you have something that works, I mean, there's an old thing when you're producing, you find out what an artist does really well and you put the spotlight on it. What they don't do well, don't do. And so finding what you do well and then capitalize on it, which includes even how you would write or arrange a song. You write and arrange it so that it showcases your uniqueness that you do really well.
Yep.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Excellent
Okay,
advice.
thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you
panelists,
very much.
hold on. I got to bring Sandra back up to point because she has to tell us what's going on next in her career in Los Angeles and abroad. What do you have next, sister?
Well, for me, I'm still writing songs, and in the nearest future, I'm going to release some more songs. That's what I'm up to.
That's excellent. Always in the laboratory making it happen. Diesel, what about you, my friend? You got more material coming out?
Yes, I've just finished a collaboration with a Spanish artist, and we've written a song about AI and its use in music, and whether or not it should be. We're raising awareness about whether or not it should be eligible for copyright and subsequent royalty generation. So we're releasing the MP3 for free download, and merchandise will be we're also selling merchandise and there's a cut goes to charity. Yes, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at the moment.
That's absolutely excellent. And our wonderful panelists, I know your schedules are all over the place, but Dennis and Reagan, what's next up for the two of you?
We're just writing, working on a new record for her. She's still gigging all over the place.
Yes, she is.
Right?
Yes, she is. Go to ReaganWhiteside.com, check her out, and just boom, boom, boom. Slicing them like pancakes. I mean, Danny, what's happening with you over there, man? I know that you're working with one brother doing some Dolby Atmos stuff, but aside from that, what's next on your plate, my friend?
Well, I just mixed Al Green's greatest hits in Dolby Atmos, and that is opening some other doors. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's a lot of my life these days.
That's real cool. Well, we definitely appreciate all of you. All of you are hits in my book, for real. Love you so much. And I appreciate you coming on. That's going to do it for this round of Artist Impact. Thanks again to our Impact panel, Dennis Johnson, Reagan Whiteside, Danny Jones, and a special thanks to our artist, Sandra Lamb. Diesel Trampoline. Make sure you support their artistry now. Go to a show if you're in the area, buy their music and merch. And if you yourself are an artist and you have an original performance music video, submit it here to artistimpact.armstrong@gmail.com. Let's see how we can impact your career. I'm your host, Jere B. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to pick up my best-selling new book, The Path of the Entre Musician. You can get it on Amazon. Let's get this thing moving. Thank you for joining us on Artist Impact. We'll see you next time very soon. God bless.